No technical difficulties, just having a teensy bit of, oh, I'm at,
Hey.
I'm adding y'all. I got y'all in there. I
Could you
think.
not? Is that interesting? Could you hear me talking to you?
Yeah, you
No, I
couldn't hear me
could,
either.
I didn't, no, I couldn't. I could see you
Oh,
waving.
I thought you could. That's interesting. Okay, I was confused. I thought you could. So that was good to know. Hi, Carrie.
Oh, it looks. Hello. Do you see the button that says stream this to your audience?
I saw when I
Yes.
sent it to y'all, you can stream it to your audience. I don't know how.
All right, let me try it.
Push it. Push the button, Carrie. Push the button.
Push it.
Are
Well,
you already
hang
connected?
on.
Because you've used StreamYard. I've got us on YouTube and the Facebook.
Log in.
Hey, guys, I just found out the coolest thing. So I had an eye doctor that did a
need
trunk for
glasses.
my trunk or treat. She's like the
Oh.
sweetest, nicest person. So I don't have an eye doctor, so I went to her today because I have to get new glasses. And she said that she can test Cooper's eyes without him having to like point out letters and numbers. He just has, as long as she said, as long as he keeps his eyes open, we can do it. So we're gonna get through some of this dentist stuff, but I'm so excited because he's never had his eyes tested.
Oh,
So
look, it says Carrie entered. Yes. So Amos had glasses as a 6-month-old, and that's how they do it. They just
yes.
look
But I
at it.
told her, I go, would you be willing to like share some of this? Because let me just be clear, I know nothing about dental with autism. I know less about eyes. So I'm like, no one knows. So like, let's talk
My
about
dad
this.
was an eye doctor, so it's like a
You have insider information.
insider. But I mean, I did realize, like, I thought when Amos got glasses, like, oh, look at there. I mean, how would you know a baby needs glasses?
Where did Carrie go?
Let's see. Carrie jumped out. Now we're gonna add her back.
I will write for you, sweetheart. I will write for you.
Are you back, Carrie?
Yes.
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 I was trying to add it. I don't know.
You might have to do it, or you might have to set it up earlier.
before. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay,
Stream this
Cooper,
to your audience.
Let me do this really quickly, and then Mommy will write for you. I promise. Mommy will write for you.
I've just gone to pick out a Christmas tree.
Oh, let's all look at my
that's
beautiful
nice.
tree. Let's look at my tree. Carrie, I owe you a picture.
That's okay.
Look at mine.
It's like orientation.
Oh, and yours won't die.
Oh, I like a real tree, but it's just when we got this house, there was a lot of white carpet. And so.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Okay, here I am. It's streaming to mine. There we go.
How do we see comments?
I can see them.
Oh, I can't see comment. I'm on my phone, so I can't see you and comments at the same time. So if something comes up, tell me.
I see comments.
Hello,
what happened to Carrie? The voices are repeating.
Oh, they're not for me.
Or me either.
They're not for me.
Are they for anybody else? Why is there a money button? What is that?
Oh, click it. Click it.
Press that. Just
you get
go.
Yard. Oh, so exciting.
Boy, we've seen each other a bunch the past 2 days. Last night was fun.
Oh, that was good. We had a
good.
Hey, where are you?
I'm in the bunker. I'm in the hello.
We were on what were we on? A book club.
With the loveliest, were they all teachers? I never was clear what they were.
I thought two, I don't know. One was
group.
A mom. A blonde Parker Posey. Ooh, I like that. I love Parker Posey.
Mm. Yeah, so everybody introduced themselves in case they don't know, though I told all the subscribers, so they probably.
You reminded me of last night where it's like, everybody's here. It's going to be intimate.
They're not. No, there are 300 people watching, so see, that is something.
Right now?
I can't see that.
Yes, the book is, that was kind of what I was telling them. We were talking about it because the book is $10 on sale on Amazon. And how many books can you own? A lot.
Well, I have asked Jamie. We have more than enough here in the Swenson household.
We have a lot of books.
We could like insulate our house.
So, in all seriousness, I have a meeting this afternoon with the principal, and I was thinking I think I need to take more books because maybe there are more people that didn't get them last year that are new. We're having trouble with Amos at school. He says it's dangerous. He cannot go. I like trust and love his homeroom teacher and his EC teacher, like beyond, but he's struggling with specials. They call it cultural arts. And I really don't know what's happening. And he cannot tell me. what is going on in his mind. And yesterday you wrote something about this, Carrie, sort of similar. When Jack was younger the other day, it made me think of it. But I was like, we're going to push through. He's got to go to school. And that was that was the wrong idea. I just shouldn't have done that. I wasn't respecting him. He was very upset. I had to go pick him up. He kicked over a concrete bench. And I feel guilty that I, wasn't listening to him. So anyway, I just think I need people to surround me that can also help remind me to listen to him.
So is he there today?
Yeah, where did he?
Yeah, oh, he's fine today. See, that's the thing. And this has happened before, so I should know it. But because the last time he did this, I did not make him go. But he had missed Monday, and then he was like, "You're not going tomorrow." And so just maybe because he had missed that day, I thought, "Uh-oh, he's trying to make this a thing." But he
Right.
wasn't. I just don't know why. Yeah, he went today, but today when he went, he said, "You will not go to school tomorrow." And I said, let's talk about it later today. After let's go to school today and we'll talk about it, because I'm not doing that again. Just was not good. So I think people need this information. They need a book. I need my own book, clearly.
School, we talked last night about this. Like, we met yesterday morning just for other purposes, and like you really stirred up like the memory vault for me. I mean, we were deep in where you are, and it's very lonely. And we talk about this in the book, the Upside Down book, that it's so hard when you tie your moral compass to your kiddo's behavior. And it took me a long time to separate that out. Like, this is not a bad mothering. This is not like a discipline issue. He's simply in puberty, and autism and anxiety like created this perfect storm.
But you can even take it one step further. Like, he is not a bad person. So like, we had a really hard time yesterday at the dentist, and I was just replaying it for the eye doctor because she's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Well, let me tell you what happened." And I was telling her, and it was the worst we've ever experienced. And now I'm like, no one talks about the aftermath. Like, he's not bad, and I'm not bad, and they're not. It's there's so many feelings. So
yeah, I liked I think, was it a reel, Kate, you did about the aftermath? Because that's something I never really, I haven't had to manage a meltdown in
it's a hangover. It's like a
years. It's
trauma.
like a hangover.
It's like a hangover.
And nobody understands that space. Like, it's your nervous system is still really elevated, but I don't know about Cooper or Amos, but like Jack would pretty much move on afterwards. So he kind of like there was a new ease about him, almost like he blew off steam and that was it. But I remember staying jittery for hours.
Yeah, so I knew Cooper would be fine once we got home and got some Tylenol into him, and I was absolutely right. And then I went and got Winnie from daycare, which is like just a break. Like, Jamie's like, "You go," because it's mostly on me. So he's like, "You go." And on the 15-minute drive, I cycled through every emotion. Like, I can't do this forever. No one will do this after I'm dead. Why do I have the worst kid? How do I fix this? Should we just lock ourselves away and throw the key? Every emotion. And like, I had to like put Jesus music on. I was saying this on a live earlier. I had to like, "Jesus, I need you." I was like talking to him, because I don't, whether you believe in whatever you believe in, I think we all believe in some sort of higher power or whatever it is, but it's like, help me.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been there. Like, help. I'm not, you picked the wrong person. Help me. And I'm better today, but I'm real scared still,
So it was an orthodontist or a dentist?
So I think we just both orthodontists, but we so essentially, should we do our introductions first, just because I feel like I'm Kate. I'm Kate. I'm over at Finding Cooper's Voice. I have 4 kids. Cooper is my oldest. He has autism. He's going to be 15 on December 6th. He's super excited about that. And I wouldn't say that we're navigating puberty yet. We're very late into that. But we just kind of like float along on this, like, school is hard. Managing the world is hard. And I don't know. I always say I don't have any answers, but I sure have a lot of questions. Like, that's how I feel. Like, don't come to me for answers, but I'll start the conversation.
Am I up? Okay. Well, I'm Carrie. I am over at just Carrie Yellow. 5 kids. Everybody's about to descend home for the holidays in the next week. My oldest is 22. My diagnosed son is Jack is 21. So we're navigating some really like interesting terrain with a young adult. My middle son Charlie just turned 20. My daughter Rose is 18, and then my youngest son, who was just home, he has a midday break, so he comes home for lunch, and he ate a bowl of corn. He ate a bowl
Sawyer
of
just
corn
did
for
that.
lunch.
Sawyer had a bowl of corn for dinner the other night.
Isn't that so funny?
I kept thinking about his poop. I'm like, that's gonna be so weird. Like,
It was an odd choice. I mean, that bag of corn has been in the freezer probably since we moved here. Like, I don't really
I can
buy
relate.
it. I don't know. He dug it out. Anyway, that's Henry. He's a really, really interesting person. So, yeah.
I have I'm Adrian, Tales of an Educated Debutante. Happy to be with y'all. 4 children. And my senior in high school comes home too on Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning from like, he has like an hour break and he comes
Mhm.
and eats a full meal and generally like says things like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, that's so Sawyer. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So that was funny. And then anyway, happy to have y'all here. We did a trifecta and we would try to do it at night. And it seems like night is difficult, though we have right many people watching. So maybe if we just did it regular at lunch and just sucked it up and did it on StreamYard, it'll
I
be,
can't see who's what. How many? How many do you have?
we have 500.
And I wonder, yeah, that's
Is that
mostly from,
between 2 platforms?
I don't know.
it's
I
probably
have,
mostly my people.
Mostly, yeah. They're here for it's
I don't
Carrie's.
see the numbers on the one platform. I just see them on the one. So I have no idea.
That's so funny.
It's a mystery.
I make that joke because Kate and Adrian are huge, and I'm just sort of the little
No.
tugboat bobbing in your
Kate
wake.
grows. Kate grows. I decline. Decline.
My main page numbers grow, but snail's pace, but consistent, but snail.
I
But
don't.
yes, Kate explodes.
Oh, let's see. 72 on Facebook, 225 on YouTube. Oh, well, my thing says 465, so I'll just go with that number.
I like it.
And our book, Autism Out Loud, is on
Ah,
sale.
I keep doing it backwards.
On sale, for sale, $10 right now on Amazon, which is a heck of a bargain. And it's getting ready to be Christmas, and it is a great gift to give.
And
Can
I
you share?
honestly-
Can you share a link, Adrian?
Oh, yeah, I probably
yeah.
can. Hold on. Let's see. Let me get
And
it.
then people can say ordered. I like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I buy a lot of books, but I do use a Kindle, but I've never seen a hardcover this cheap. And I'm checking every day because it's not going to be forever. Like, you think another day or two?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be quick.
Maybe-
It says deal going fast.
And you know what I was thinking about this morning is, so we've talked now, we've had a couple connections over the past couple days, and we always come back to the same thing, that, our goal was to get this book in the hands of everyone. And we know that that's the hardest part, right? Writing the book is nowhere near as hard as selling the book. I mean, they're different. It's very true. And so when the book first came out, the price was was a challenge for some people. We fully and totally recognize that. We don't pick the price ever. We don't pick the sales. We don't have no control over any of it. And now that it's $10 and it's really flying off the shelves, it's really interesting that we can get this in front of more people. That's my dream, is that now the cost is not. And one other thing before I pass it off, I want to say too, I've been doing more and more stuff with libraries. So if you love your library, buy them a copy. And I did not know until I wrote a book that libraries can't buy every book they want. They cannot. They don't have the budget. So I have donated this book to so many libraries.
That's a great idea.
I was thinking, like, the school, like administrative staff at a school. Like, I think we think about teachers, but in the front office, because yesterday when I picked Amos up, it was in the front office. Like, the front office sees a lot of things that maybe all the teachers don't. And like front office, like, I thought, okay, I'm gonna take them a book.
Yeah.
Or Kate, you've been to the orthodontist, now the eye doctor. How about just carrying some copies into your doctor's appointments?
Okay, so this is a really cute story. So let's just say 6 months ago, I don't remember, Sawyer he had 4 braces just to fix some of these canines, and then we'll do a full mouth later. But he was supposed to get them off, and he was so excited. And Cooper couldn't go to school that day for whatever, and I had no idea how I was going to get Sawyer to the orthodontist. I was like terrified about it. I ended up bringing Cooper because I'm like, I'm not going to make Sawyer's life not happen because of autism. And I brought copies of the book and gave it to the front desk and the orthodontist, and they were so excited. And then they helped me find a dentist for Cooper. It like opened up this conversation. It was amazing. Like once I showed this, I was like, we're going to spread some autism awareness, but here's books. They were so nice.
Oh,
Isn't it
that's
funny
awesome.
when you bring in person? I brought one to we have a UPS store down the street who handles like all my mail stuff, you know. So I brought them a copy and they were like overjoyed. Now,
Yes.
these are not people that, I mean, they kind of do know Jack actually, but not really connected to it. And yet you go to a bookstore and you're like, so I'm the author of Autism Out Loud. And they're like, I doubt
Just
it.
happened to me.
I know. They're like, show until they actually like see your face on the back of a book.
I was like, literally the woman was like this, like Autism Out Loud, we don't carry it. And I was like, well, I have it on this website here. It says you have copies. And she's like, well, who's the author? And I was like, me. And then she's like, I guess we have some copies. Like, why was she mad at me? Like, I don't even know what happened.
It's a sickness.
It's the weirdest thing.
It is weird.
I'm going to call it out. The Barnes and Noble in the Village District in Raleigh. I mean, I literally came so close to like setting up an encampment on the sidewalks and selling the book. I mean, they had one copy and they said, if it sells quick, we'll order another one. And I was like, I mean, we're on the New York Times bestseller list.
That means nothing.
I mean, I think it almost makes them hate you because they secretly want to write a book. That's why they work at the Barnes and Noble.
Well, Carrie, what did the person say to you? There's a lot of books on that list.
I was in Connecticut, so not my hometown. I was visiting somebody and I was like, oh, there's a Barnes and Noble. Let me pop in. And I go in, you know, the song and dance. I'm Carrie Yellow and Autism Out Loud. And it had just hit the Times list. Like it was like really fresh. And he said, there's a lot of best-selling authors in here. And I was like, but are all of these New York Times?
I mean, you feel this big.
This past week.
You do. You just slink away. Like, and I was with my friend and, you know, sometimes you want a big league a little bit. And it was like, oh, they must just not be interested in around here. It was so embarrassing.
Well, I didn't slink. I was like, ma'am, I need you to come over here. Because when I walked in the door of the Barnes and Noble, a woman stopped me and was like, oh my gosh, your new book is great. I was like, Martha, come over here.
This person knows me.
She just recognized me. She's here for the book. And the person looked at me like, wah, 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 like you liar.
It is the weirdest. No one believes it. I know you don't believe it, but like, it is so humbling to go into a bookstore and like, you're lucky if they even have a copy, but they rarely do.
Remember the bookstore that was supposed to have signed copies? And then I emailed them and said, like, we're sharing that you have signed copies. And they were like, who are you? We don't have signed copies.
No, I don't remember that.
I remember this. We were in the New York cab. We were in the New York cab and people were texting Adrienne. They're like, we're going to get the copies and they don't have any of your book. Didn't even have, not that they weren't signed. It was one of the 3 that we picked.
It was like our main bookstore. And they were like, why are you emailing me? I don't know who you are.
Oh, I do remember that now.
It
was humbling. It's very humbling.
Well, but I always think
they followed me around. I had the service dog and they were picking up like invisible like specks of dust as I walked around. And then I started helping them pick up dust.
Well, so why don't we let's do this real quickly. So like, let's each say a reason why we think people aren't reading the book. Because I just had this happen to me. So I was at an event and this woman said to me, I don't want to read about autism. I live it. And it really like made me think. And I was like, did I read autism books when Cooper was first diagnosed? But the thing is, there weren't any.
Right.
So it was different. I've read a lot of my friends' books, Carrie's for starters, that have been written about autism. But I think that people worry that they're going to read this and it's going to be sad. I hear that a lot. They're like, I don't want to be sad. My life's sad enough. And it's not like this is like clinical or like this is what to do during the meltdown. This is like you're going to find yourself nodding and being like, oh my gosh, that happened to me too. I feel less alone.
And I think too, what we have to remind people is it started out titled as Life Out Loud. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
these like really
That's a good point.
universal, consistent themes that apply to motherhood, that apply to marriage, that apply to raising, growing a family, which is like messy. Like, I think even if you took the autism component out, there is something that people would get from this.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's what, so this came up with Forever Boy too, my other book. Like people are like people in my real life were like, I don't have autism in my life, so I probably wouldn't understand it. It's not a hard read. Like, it's not like I'm like reading about calculus,
Right.
you know?
Well, and I think if you, particularly holidays, as somebody that has, lost my brother, and so there are a lot of people out there that have, had an unexpected, maybe the death of a child, maybe the death of a sibling, maybe even a parent, though that's, less jarring. But holidays are tough,
Mm.
and I always I kind of start,
Estrangement.
Mm.
yeah, holidays are tricky. And we have a chapter on grief, and it's not just as it relates to autism. I mean, I
Mm-mm.
wrote about how this paperclip of grief attached to this child that I didn't order, and finding joy. So I think there's a lot there's a lot there that could really make life feel less heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think you two can relate to this. I have different groups of folks that follow me that actually don't have a child with autism. I have uh, folks where their children struggle with depression or just anything that means that they're not following the typical path. And they're
Right.
like, I can take out a lot of the autism stuff and replace it with what my child's going through. And the feelings are universal.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'll see this a lot with my events. Like, people are like, well, I have a daughter with autism, so I probably couldn't relate. Or my child's older, or my child's higher functioning. It don't matter. The feelings are the same. You come with us, you can sit at our table.
Right.
Somebody shared with me, I thought this was so beautiful that she and her dad are reading it because she bought
Oh,
it. So I think there's a really big component. I hear this all the time. I can't go to my in-laws for Christmas. They don't understand my son. It's always going to be some sort of conflict. Like that theme shows up a lot. And I think this is a really great way to softly educate the people in your world who you want to have a relationship with your kiddo. And I am grateful we persevered with Jack. My in-laws, they really did have a hard time, Italian, and Jack's the first kind of like diagnosed neurodiverse kiddo in the family. And I'm so glad we did softly educate because they had a beautiful relationship.
Yep.
mhm.
And they
And
still do with his Joe's dad. Joe's dad's 91. So
in
You know,
my,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh,
No, you go ahead.
I hear the grandparent piece a lot. I have a lot of grandparents that follow me,
mhm.
and if I really get time to connect with them, they'll really just lovingly say like, "I want to connect with my grandchild so bad," and it's so true. Like, I can think of different scenarios in our life where the grandparents have taken all the grandkids camping or taken all the grandkids on this, and Cooper just can't do it. And he can't go on the boat every Wednesday. He just can't. They couldn't watch the other kids. Like, so there's a lot of they want to know how to carve out those relationships and still have it and connect. And that's not talked about a lot. It's
No.
not talked about. And
It's
there's
funny.
grief there. Yeah.
That is exactly, I think, how I would explain my mother. Like, she's always trying to find Amos a present, right? Because he doesn't really
Mm.
like things. And so it's like, well, I ordered him Halloween decorations, which he likes, or I ordered him some people for magnetiles. She just
Yeah.
wants to do things for him. But I will say this was a shock. My dad is, I don't even know what kind of human he is, but anyway,
He's
he
funny.
he's funny, and he is like, I mean, I was taught and raised that, you work hard and you'll be successful, right? Like, this is what you do. You work your ass off and you succeed.
Mm.
And Amos or Jack or Cooper, I would argue, probably in our families, they work the hardest to be successful, right? And success, we're learning that success looks
Uh-oh.
differently. I know, I saw Kate just
Oh,
disappear.
I come back.
She'll come back. Oh,
I
you
can
have to
hear
hit your
her.
video button. That happened to me too. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, look, I just hit mine. It's on the bottom, or mine is. And
There you
my
are.
dad, has always struggled like to understand Amos, but also to understand me. And when he read the book, he said to my mother, I didn't know how hard it was for her.
Mm,
And
Oh,
I think of all the times like we've been at their house and he's been like, I mean, are you going to hang up these towels or, are you cleaning up or what are you going to make dinner? And I'm like drowning, dying inside, trying to juggle three typical children and Amos. And I didn't feel like I could say to him, I'm drowning. And
mm,
so he didn't, he didn't know. So reading that really softened him
mm.
and softened our when we're together, which is way better for me, right? To not feel like I'm on display
Yeah.
because he didn't know. So we assume people. It's hard to me to think that he didn't know, but he didn't know.
no.
I remember that when I started to do lives, I don't do as much video as you guys do, but when Jack went to his program, I started to do lives, and my mother-in-law was still alive at the time. And
Mm,
my sister-in-law helped her log in. And she was like,
Oh.
"Oh, like I get what this is all about now." Like,
right.
but Adrian, do you think it was helpful for your dad too to have two other stories alongside yours? Like it added a little like validity to it.
I don't know if for him it was, but I will say for my mother it was. My
Mm,
mother has, loves to buy a book and bought, particularly, she loved yours, but she loved Kate's book, Forever Boy. And I think that was the first book she ever read about a disability. And
mhm,
that really, yeah. And I think, so yeah, I think knowing both of you and knowing children, it's like the world is bigger than just our family, I think too
yeah.
helps that, you know?
Well, and you can have really great grandparents, and we do, who still think it's a discipline issue
Mhm,
or we're being soft. And that we no longer, I don't think, have that anymore, but we did for a long time. And they're still 100% accepting of autism. And so don't look at it like that. But I can remember some different times with the grandpas where, he should come to the table and sit down like
yeah.
all the other kids or just different things. And, um, I think the book helps. It just, I don't know, validity. Believe
Yeah.
me. I mean, I'm not making it up.
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just like, I just thought of this memory now, like as we're talking. I remember, you guys know me, I'm fairly like gentle. I don't like raise a fuss over things, but we were visiting my sister and we were in the heat of where you guys are with school and Jack and like every day picking him up. And I was talking to, my father, and my father said, he's just manipulating you. And I just turned around. I was livid. I was
Yeah.
actually like flushing
Like
up
smoke
my
came out your ears.
neck, like livid. Luckily, Charlie then threw up somewhere, so we had to pack everybody up and drive 3 hours home. But that sensation of feeling so misunderstood, and like circling back to what you said earlier, Kate, like he was not bad. This wasn't Jack like being bad or like trying to gain something. Yeah, it was a bad moment.
Carrie, I just brought up to you the other night when we were on the phone. I found myself in a situation where I am being misunderstood about autism. I found myself in this new group, and I haven't had that feeling of being misunderstood. Like, well, why can't he go to a restaurant? Why can't he fly on an airplane? I haven't had that in so long, and I'm to the point now in my where I'm so comfortable with autism. I thought that the questions were a joke. Like I was like, I thought I'm like, haha, we are being funny. Of course, we can go to a restaurant. Like it was like, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? I mean, I don't I have carved out this place in my world where Cooper is surrounded by people that know him. So like even at the orthodontist yesterday, this orthodontist was picked for us, and she has a sister with cerebral palsy and or a cousin or someone, it's like it's all, so when he's laying on the ground, we aren't being misunderstood. But like it's like running across the soccer field carrying the kid. It's just understand me, believe me. It's so hard.
And it's interesting, and this isn't book related, but interesting how much our life revolves around autism and how people are witness to that don't have autism But everybody, I mean, I think of how many people the three of us encounter on a daily basis. Like we chose an orthodontist for my oldest son when he was 12, and I chose him because he had a brother with special needs.
Mm,
For my son Thomas, because I thought someday I might have to take Amos to the doctor's office with us. You know, like I just it's
right.
always in your forefront of trying to make your life easy, you know?
I had like a sad moment a couple of weeks ago, right after Halloween, because as many people know, Jack doesn't live here anymore. He's in a supported community. He's thriving in many, many ways. And he was so fixated on his Halloween costume. I mean, it was like, he's still like has those vulnerabilities of rigidity and of obsession. He can get very, very obsessed with things. Anyway, he went to a dance in his Halloween costume. He was so excited. And then he sent me a video clip that people at the dance must have taken. And actually, this makes me emotional, but I'm going to get through it. He was stimming like really bad at the dance. And his stimming is like jumping and waving. And he is 6'100", And it was like I forgot that I didn't forget, but it's not forefront that he moves that way. And it was just like, what do these kids, I mean, nobody batted an eye, but he kind of came like flying out of nowhere into the center focus of the camera. And he was like stimming and flapping. And it just leveled me for a minute, because I think
Mhm.
we have moments in as a family of where we are that it's like, okay, we're in smooth sailing and he's doing great. We found the right fit for him. But moments like that is like, wow, like,
Because you saw, the way I would describe that is you saw how the world sees autism. Like,
yes.
so that's a much different thing. Like Cooper was just in the car with me. He had to run to an appointment and he was stimming and really flapping at a stoplight and so full of joy and like happy. And I looked at the other cars looking at us. And I'm like, I wonder what they think. I just thought that. So that it's hard you can see autism, but the way the world sees it, and you can't control how the world sees it.
And
That's
I'm
hard.
not there. Like I felt like he seemed so vulnerable to me in that moment. Like I'm not even there to be like, okay, if I were there, I would say like, okay, we're gonna like let's just quiet our body, or sort of assist in that way. I don't know. But it feels
Yep.
like he's this baby bird just like out there in the world.
Did he
Yeah.
what did he think about the video?
He loved it. He loves social media. He loves any time. And that's such a great point, Adrian, because I was like, there's that concept of self-actualization. Do we view ourselves as we really present? He doesn't have any self-actualization really at all. And maybe it's
Could
double-edged,
be
right?
good or
Again.
bad, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he was thrilled. He was thrilled. But even, some of my other kids were like a little bit taken aback by it.
Uh-huh.
My daughter was.
Well, I had told Kate this morning, I called her and said, or maybe it was last night. I can't, we were, both of us had hard days. And I was like, I just feel when I picked Amos up from school, there were all these adults standing around and I felt so icky. And I am always like, I think Carrie, sometimes you tell a story where you can respond to what's happening, like maybe with your dad, or I can't. I never respond. And it's not because I'm not quick tempered or quick
Mm,
tongued. It's like I'm silenced. And yesterday when I got there, I was like trying to decide. It was like I was a child. It was like, what are these people expecting me to do? What am I supposed to do? I felt like I was supposed to become the disciplinarian. And because I was on display too, I was like, and I don't know what they thought. I really have no idea. It was me just trying to guess what I should do. And I, it was just the oddest feeling. And now a day later to be like, what happened?
mm.
Why were people standing around? What should I have done? Amos was fine. He was happy I was coming to get him. It just was anyway. It's totally an aside.
I
It's
always
just
feel like this big. We had something
Mm.
similar happen yesterday too, and
yeah.
I just
I
feel
just
so
felt like shit.
small.
I always felt like I was made of glass. Like if somebody touched me or approached me, like I was going to dissolve.
Well, and like the other kind of really confusing thing too is like this didn't happen, but if someone gets hurt, like, so you'll get a note or a call, someone was kicked, or someone in my support group, their child bit the para, or you just feel so disgusting. And like, do I apologize? Do I get him a gift basket? Do I write a letter? Do I not acknowledge it? I can't discipline now because there's no recollection. You do not know what to do. If you think you know what to do, then you're way better than me, because I don't know what to do.
That is completely the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember spending a whole day. Oh God, this is a horrible memory. Getting Jack to write a letter of apology to a teacher that he kicked. And we were planning to go to the movies because we talked a little bit about this yesterday. And he was in fifth grade, and Joe took all the other kids to the movies. And it was like the longest day of my life trying to get this kid. All he had to write was, I am sorry. Like, we pared it down to that few words. And he could not execute that. He was so out of his mind. I remember thinking, like, he was just running around this house screaming. And I remember thinking, somebody is going to call the police or something. Like, he was so out of it. It was awful. Those were awful days.
What do you think now, Carrie? Like, I guess so. I'm like thinking now, okay, what should I have done? What could I have done differently? Like, would you have just said, forget the whole note and go to the movie?
Yeah, I think that was a turning point. A turning point for us in terms of discipline, and I write about that too. For puberty, we just now I didn't struggle with what you guys are struggling with because Jack always wanted to go to school, and when he
Oh.
wasn't allowed, that was like a really big deal for him. So I didn't have the like I can't get him there. So we pivoted, and the house became like his safe place. When and one of the things he used to do that would like gave me a clue is every day after school he came upstairs and he would lay down in my bathtub, our bathtub with no water, his clothes on, and just like cocoon there in this little shell. And I thought this home has to be like a version of that cocoon. And that is a time of our life that really changed us as a family. Everybody was home, and it was dinner every night with candlelight. It was like just these ways that we could soften his day.
Mhm.
I don't know if it worked, but you guys know this too, that there's that saying, you're only as happy as your least happy child. A family is only as happy as their least happy child. And when we were in the trenches, our whole family spiraled. And so I think those measures just kind of brought us all back to ourselves.
Mhm. Yeah, and those, I think the benefit of the three of us is you're seeing really, well, one, that there's no answer, that we're
Yeah.
still working through these feelings and thoughts, and that we all are doing different things. For me, the safe place, like, or for you, Kate, you've talked about how you've given him the iPad too much. But have you? Is that a way that you've made home a
Yeah.
safe place? Or for me, I was like, you know what? We're going to go to McDonald's after all, after I said we weren't, and we're going to come home and we're going to get the Legos out. We're going to pet the dog and we're going to just get ourselves back calm,
Yeah.
um, which getting calm can look, maybe it's a bathtub, maybe it's candlelight, maybe it's an iPad and a television all at the same time.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, they always told me Jack will only match the highest regulatory system in the room. So I always thought, and we've talked about this so much, you guys, how I loved, like verbally, what's the word, like a character assassination. And when I had to pick him up, I was armed and ready. It was the whole car ride home. Like, we don't do this. What do? You kicked her? Who does that? I mean, truly, those words came out of my mouth. And then I really saw it from Jack's vantage point. He's been elevated all day, had people elevated at him all day, then gets into the car with me, who like continues the assault. And when I really viewed it through that lens, I was like, this is so unfair. He knows this is wrong. He doesn't want to do these things.
Well, they say that was sports too, just because that made me think of something. At our kickoff meeting for hockey this year, the coach said, when the game is over and you're in the car ride home, don't tell your athlete everything they did wrong.
Right.
And that is so true and very hard for dads. I want to be clear. It is very hard. I've heard this from all the moms. So an athlete is not receptive to hearing everything they did wrong 2 minutes after the game, but it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
My friend Casey always says when you pick up somebody from school or camp, don't like pin them down and be like, well, how was it? Did you like it? Are you going back? And I
Oh, I
think
do
that's
that.
kind of the same thing. Like, just give people a little space to
Yeah.
like feel it, you know, like with Amos today, like I want him to go to school tomorrow, but I thought I'm not gonna go down that path again. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just not,
Right.
I'm just not like, I'm gonna just kind of wait. I have a tendency to not want to wait. I want to like be like, where do you want to go to college? What's happening? You know, and it's like, Adrian, just settle back, settle back.
That's the beauty of having as many kids as we do, because I have a 16-year-old who I am parent. We are parenting a little differently than, the first four. Giving him space to be curious and in a conversation. I'm married. If Joe had a superpower, my husband Joe, he would be the lecturer. Like the minute somebody's like, the leaves are changing, and do you know why the leaves are changing? That's how he rolls. But with Henry, I even noticed Joe giving a little room for like, well, what do you think about that? I think we make our
Mhm.
mistakes on the first few. That's how it goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a big gap between mine, and I I always say we raised Sawyer in a really challenging, often sad and hard environment. And
Mm.
so we did the best we could at the time. And that's where I have to give myself grace, because I sometimes feel really guilty. With our little two, they're getting a completely different little childhood than Sawyer did. But, we were navigating autism and Medicaid and school and ABA and all of that. And living in crisis, and with these little two, it's just so different. I feel like I almost in a way got a do-over.
Yeah.
I get to enjoy more and make up time with Sawyer too. But
Oh, and he's very happy boy, Sawyer.
oh, that
Oh,
kid.
he is a hoot. Gosh, he's fun.
Yes, he
That
is.
kid's I always tell me,
Carrie,
I'm like, you're my third favorite. I tell him.
well, we all know our favorite is Jack. Carrie, give us a good
Just
Jack story
A good
before we go.
Jack story. So many. I wish I could screenshot our family group chat for you. So Jack's very into Wicked. He has been planning. He bought tickets 3 months ago for this Wicked theater. He has been screenshotting that he has been communicating with the theater, emailing and on Instagram. What format will you have? When will you open this part? He wants to see it. Is it D-Box, I think it's called, where the seats move with you?
Oh,
oh my gosh.
So he is confirmed. And he said, and I shared this, I don't know, at some point I talked to you guys about this, that I was kind of like, he found a theater. These are his splinter skills. He can go online, buy tickets, puts in the credit card, gets all that done. But in the meantime, is hammering away at this poor guy who works in the movie theater. Like, what will the experience be like? Will it be D-Box by this time? I want to see it with my family. So Charlie is the only one of the other kids that's available to go. And you guys
oh,
saw him in
really?
Florida.
Oh my gosh, you did not tell us this.
Oh, yes.
Where is everybody else? How busy are they?
Well, they're not home yet.
None of
Rose,
them are home.
none
Okay.
of them will be back. Yeah. I mean, and Henry will be working. And
And
so
he
is
didn't want to
Joey.
wait till like Friday so
He
everybody could go.
could not. Does it come out Monday? It
I
must.
think it's
I have
out.
no
Well,
idea.
I'm not a Wicked person, so I know nothing, but I was just in my car coming back from the eye doctor, and someone was giving a review of it and saying that it's phenomenal. It's better than the first one, but it's like way too long. That was her review.
I'm dreading it. I'm not dreading it. The first one was great. Have you guys seen those funny videos that they make
I've
pretending
never
they're
seen Wicked. I mean, I've seen the play, but not the movie.
Ariana Grande and then the other character, but they make up. I guess when they interview, they're really funny together. Anyway, so he picked a theater that's 40 minutes away, and I'm like going kind of grumbling and trying to get him to change it to somewhere that's more convenient. And Charlie was like, Mom, I think he wants this one experience. And it was like, wow, sometimes my other kids just really read him
Yeah.
better than I do. So then Jack, language is the skill Jack loses first under stress. So he knew I was getting like kind of irritated with all the back and forth. So finally he texted me the other day, I just want to fly high with Elphaba. Elphaba's one of the characters in the thing.
That's what Jack said.
So Jack said.
Oh my gosh, he's so funny.
He is so funny. He will have us planned. He'll start Monday afternoon. Like, what time do you think we should leave? And Jack loves to. Here's the thing I do feel bad about Jack. He's always waiting for us, like when he's home, because he doesn't drive. So he depends on us. Where he lives, he can get places on his own. And He's been known to go into the car and wait for 15 or 20 minutes when he's ready to
Oh,
go sit.
Cooper does that. Cooper does
Amos
that.
does too. Like if we're going somewhere, he's excited. I'm like, fine, go ahead and get in the car.
Yep,
It could be an
Cooper too.
hour. Yeah.
Same. It used to be unsafe when he was little, like we couldn't do it because we had to watch him, but now he can sit and wait for us. And if the temperature's fine, he's fine.
Yeah, the poor dog has to get in there. I'm like, oh, the dog's like, why are we in the car for an hour?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might. I'm sure you answered this, Adrian, so I apologize. But the dog would not go to school with Amos. That would not be helpful.
No, so well, no, it would be helpful, but how it works with a service dog is that she has a handler, and I am her handler, and so she obviously has legal access into a service dog has access legally into any place where the general public can go. So she
Okay.
can go in a doctor's office, she can go in a school, a restaurant. She cannot go like into surgery, like into a surgical room, right? The public wouldn't be allowed into like
Okay.
surgery. The ICU might be a place that they don't allow service dogs, but typically they would. But I take care of her needs. So I give her commands, I take care of her personal needs, going to the bathroom, food, water. Amos does not do those things.
Got it.
So the school, she's welcome to be at the school, but schools are not under an obligation to take care of a service dog. So that is why she does not go. But like this afternoon, she goes with me to take him in the morning. She goes with me to pick him up.
Okay.
Today I have a meeting early with the principal, so I'll go ahead and take her with me then because he really likes having her there. And her big disability tasks for him are behavior interruption. So and then deep pressure for calming. So, and then she alerts me to his anxiety and she alerts me to my own anxiety that's related to him. So, we
Would
kind of
that
have
ever transfer over, or the one dog has one handler for their time with you?
forever. She will
Yeah.
be with us. And then, so every year she's tested and then she'll be, at some point when she's, who knows, 10 or 11 or whatever, there'll be some discussion of when she's going to retire. And the idea is that if you would get a successor dog and start training that dog before your other dog is retired. And then when she's retired, she'll just be our pet. She won't have public access, but she will be,
Oh. But
just
you'll always be the handler. He will never that will never change.
not for Amos will not. I don't see knowing what we know about Amos and his genetic, we know there are about 50 people that have Amos's kind of genetic variants. And so we can see, and a few of them are adults, and none of them live independently. Everybody, so we kind of have a view of what his future looks like, to some degree, which is nice. And so I don't see him being able to ever take care of an animal in the way that's necessary.
Yeah.
But there are in his age with our service dog agency, probably 12 might be the earliest. There are some children that have dogs, but they might be in a wheelchair, but developmentally be perfectly fine. So yes, we do get to keep her. And that's a long answer, but I do think people always, ask questions like that and want to explain. She's a great help to us and as particularly over the last year, really their relationship has blossomed. But she's also a lot of work. I mean, it's a dog and you're taking a dog out in public and it's it's a lot of work. More work than I would have known. More work than I would have known.
Somebody's asking if service dog for Jack. So a young woman in Jack's program has a dog, a service dog. And I think it's kind of neat. And I've asked him if he grew up having Wolfie here, but I feel the same way. I think Jack would be okay taking care of a dog, but like if the dog got loose there's a lot of variables that I don't think he's ready for.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he would probably, knowing him in the limited way I do, it would probably give him a real sense of purpose.
Yes.
And for you, I think the way I listen to you is your worry is when he's out in the world, how people see him. I do think the service dog it's super helpful when we're traveling, just because she's an outward sign that we have disability in our life.
Yeah, that's really good point. That's a really good point. It sends a message,
A
certainly.
big message, big.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they have a service dog, so we're going to be a little gentler immediately.
Yeah.
So I do think that
Yeah, that's so interesting. I'll have to visit that.
I'd love to know what he thought. That'd be really interesting to see what Jack.
We always like to know what Jack thinks.
Maybe he'll pop on during his maybe he'll give a wicked review.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's going to be serious about that.
Okay, I have to hop off, but
Okay,
Yes,
thank y'all.
what should we say real quickly about why someone who hasn't ordered yet should order? It's a must read for everybody. I
It's
think
3 books in one for $10. When are you going to get 3 books in one?
it's as close to a manual that you're going to get because I think, I always wanted a crystal ball and to know what to do. And I think there's so many real life experiences in here that you can, see yourself in and see how we reacted.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it shares it all in 3 different profiles and 3 different stages of life.
Families and everything.
Families, yes.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. I mean, it's funny. Like it's conversational and enjoyable, and it's funny, and I think it's helpful. I think it's anybody that is going to encounter a family like ours.
Yes.
You're going to. I mean, it's
Yes.
what, one in
Even
30.
if you're hosting for the holidays and you have a neurodiverse
Oh, that's a great one.
family coming over.
Or we're going out. Our family is going out to lunch for Thanksgiving, and there will be, a lot of people at the lunch. And so I think, wow, I would love for everybody in where we're eating to have read the book when they see Amos and the dog and us at the lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one other one too that's I always mention is Christmas is coming. Most people give some sort of gift to teachers, bus drivers, paras, even principals, front desk, any of that. Grab this book, it's $10, and I always write the same note. Thank you for choosing our kids, seeing their value and believing in them. But even if your child goes into a gen ed classroom, I do a lot of speaking to gen ed teachers that don't necessarily have the training that sped teachers have, but still interact with our kids. This is a great book for them.
It is a great book for that. Yes. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
All right, ladies, nice seeing you.
Are we going to try this next Wednesday?
I'm free. Well, that's
It's
the day before Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Ooh, maybe we should do it after Thanksgiving when we're all in recovery.
I'm free. I'm home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but whenever.
Me too.
Okay. We'll holler. We'll keep you updated.
It could be a little chaotic and fun.
It could be.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
ladies.